Hey, what's happening, guys? Thanks for stopping back in the SP Tools garage. Here to go through another nifty tool with you today. This is our SP Tools SP70750 cooling system pressure kit. Now this is a really great comprehensive kit, 21 different pieces to be able to get the job done in pressure testing for any coolant leaks within vehicles. You can see here within the kit, we've got a couple of really awesome things that are going to work great for pressure testing. We've got the main pump unit. We've got a really great quick disconnect little area here for all of our different adapters. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a kit that had this many adapters ready to go for just about any kind of vehicle. On top of that, we're going to be able to test our caps as well. We've got a couple of different adapters for different cooling system caps because it's not always the leak or whatever causing the coolant system issue. Sometimes it may be even the spring or the cap itself. So we've got the cap testers there as well. On top of that, a little tool here that is knurled in to be able to receive these little female knurlings right here on all of the adapters to be able to tighten them down wherever you need to go. On top of that, we've also got a little thermometer to be able to stick into different cooling areas to be able to see where we've got certain heat and maybe not heat as well at some of our vents. So let's jump on over to the car and see how our adapters and pressure system checker is going to work. Now we're here on our lovely Ford Triton engine and we're going to see if we have any kind of leaks on this one. I don't think we do, but we're going to show how to pressure check it anyways. Right here on our coolant reservoir, this is the pressure cap, and we can see that this one is rated to 16 psi. So when we're doing our pressure check, we're not going to be going over that 16 psi because we may end up blowing something else out within our system. So we're going to set that one up out of the way, and in going through our little kit here, I can find that the number 6 adapter here is what's going to be used for most thread-on style Ford caps. So this is going to thread right into place. And if you guys need a little extra oomph to tighten that one up, our little adapter here to be able to give you some leverage to make sure that's good and tightened down. Next, we've got the heart of everything, and we've got our little gauge and pressurizing pump right here. Like I showed before, we've got our little quick inlet adapter, and this is just going to press right onto place and lock right onto our adapter. If at any point we want to relieve the pressure within the system, all we have to do is press this little one-way trigger valve here to release the pressure within the system. Here on our gauge, we've got it all the way up to 35 psi for testing larger systems or for higher pressure things on semis and whatnot, but most things you're going to be going up to about 15 to 20 psi. Again, make sure you look back at your cap to know what pressure to test it at. Now all you're going to need is a little bit of manual labor and just pump up your system. As you can see, we're about halfway there right now. We're almost to 10 psi. We're going to continue pumping it up all the way until we get up to our 15 to 16 psi. Now we're fully pressurized all the way up to 16 psi. If we were to have any kind of leaks within the system, at this point we would be either seeing all of the little leaks coming through onto the ground, or we'd be able to hear the hissing within the cooling system, and our gauge would be slowly dropping on the little needle here. But as you guys can see, it's holding pretty firm at 15 to 16 psi, so therefore we don't have any leaks. Now to relieve the pressure in the system, like I said, you can either just unhook it or you can press this little one-way check valve to slowly release the pressure in the system, because sometimes if the system is totally full of coolant and you relieve all the pressure at once, you're going to have a nice little mess on your hands because it's going to come shooting right out that valve or right out the cap all at once. So slowly relieve the pressure to go back down to 0. Alright guys, like I said, the pressure testing kit is a very comprehensive unit, and it's going to have all the adapters to be able to get onto pretty much any vehicle that you guys are going to need to use, and be able to test those caps all the same as well, and even have the little thermometer to check whether you have heat coming through the vents on top of that one. So you guys can check this one out over at sptoolsusa.com. What's this one going to set you back? 319 bones. So it's a pretty good deal for this master coolant pressure system testing kit, 21 pieces over at sptoolsusa.com. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. This has been the Rust Belt Mechanic. Go grab a tool and get wrenching.